The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Uh, when we last left off, in the times I totally remember, Bryn was doing some things over at a tavern, but I think we'll go to the group going back to the house after a long day, and Katie is in her full body cast. And if you recall, she does not know anything that's happened.
Not a thing.
I'm lying in the foyer. My drink's about 2 feet from me, and I'm just trying to reach the straw. Hello.
Just like push it a little closer. So we learned some crazy things.
What? What happened?
There's a vampire in town, apparently.
Oh, haha, that's funny. Those don't exist.
I mean, you're
They
looking
do.
at one in the cast.
What?
She's not a vampire.
She ate
not
life
vamp-
before.
Not a vampire.
Not the
Katie's
same. It's very
Not
much
the
not the
same.
same. It's not. Anyway, so yeah, vampires are real. Apparently one actually lives in the house that I own, I think.
Wait, you own a house? Oh wait, yeah, you own a house.
It's not much of a house right now. It's kind of like fallen to ruin, and I was about to
Well, we chased out the other guys that live there, so it's good.
yeah, and then we found out that they were worshiping something else. They were worshiping a vampire, apparently.
What?
And he told us that we should let him out because he has information that should be useful to us. I don't trust him at all. But on the other hand, like, I'm really curious to know what he knows. But his deal on getting out was that obviously we let him go, and that ain't gonna fly.
No, that's probably a really bad idea. Don't they like drink people's blood?
They do, yes.
they do.
Yeah.
Oh, and there are like I guess like vampire crabs or like they're like red-eyed monster crabs down there. They're all pale. Kind of
Well, they could have been. Oh, they have red eyes. They're probably vampire spawn then. I didn't catch the red eyes that time. Yeah, it's not just him. He has 2 goons in his goon squad. I at first thought they were zombies, but on further reflection, they might be vampire spawn, which are basically vampires, but slightly weaker, but still a heck of a lot stronger than zombies.
but like how do crabs even like I don't know bite? They don't have
How
bite.
did how do humans bite?
But they have jaws though, but like crabs have like mandibles. They're different mouth parts.
I don't know. Maybe it grows on different mouth parts.
Oh,
Bless
excuse me.
you.
Thank you.
Like they get big fangs at the end of their claws.
I was gonna say, do they pinch you?
Anyway, so we were asking around some to see what people might know, but so like I'm nervous because I do not think we should trust this individual whatsoever. But I worry that he might be able to manipulate other people. Also, he's been watching what's been going on in town. He recognized us before we opened the door, and supposedly he's never been able to leave that room. Oh, also he can't leave the house.
Do you know what I think?
What's
Honestly,
that?
I think we should probably go down to the Glazer and buy like 5 really big mirrors and just light up the entire basement. Just not worry about the problem anymore and not worry about the temptation of this like supposedly forbidden knowledge and trust in our own abilities to handle whatever emergency comes our way.
Probably do that with ice.
Yes, but you know that like the vampires, they do not like a sunlight, so they burn and they do not come back.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
big
supposedly
mirrors. Big
he can
mirrors,
only leave the basement if somebody pure of heart carries him out.
which like that would be me maybe, and I'm telling you just like burn him out. So
Or me, and I also think that he should not be out.
Do you want me to go talk to him?
no,
Why?
you are in a body cast and in no condition to be talking to anybody or going to
Oh,
anybody.
I like move a little bit and crack the waist part of it and like sit up, still like top and bottom in the
Please
cast.
tell me that was the cast cracking and not you.
I'm just like imagining. I'm imagining Katie like Gokuing out of the fucking cast.
I feel great.
But I mean, still, we have definitely kind of gotten all the intel we need out of this fellow. I feel like if
But
anything,
you said there's something that he didn't tell you. Maybe he'll tell me. People like to talk to me.
he is holding this information hostage at the cost of his own freedom. That is
Yeah,
the point. He will
the
not give this
only-
information up without being allowed to leave.
I can be really convincing. I'll tell him.
I do
That
not think we
unle-
would need to be convincing him. I think we should just burn him out.
Well, I'll
Is
tell him that unless he tells me, then I'm just gonna stay with him forever. And then I'll just keep talking until he decides to tell me to make me leave.
I mean, as
Mm.
compelling an argument that does sound like
He may just decide
feel
to
like-
eat you.
an individual who might be effectively immortal and has been trapped down there for who knows how long could probably tolerate you and
I don't
probably
know.
also eat you.
Oh,
That's the big thing.
I don't think anybody wants to eat me.
Well, the thing
He
is
does. They
if he-
eat people.
and he will try eventually. He will get hungry. But when he does, then we are going to be forced to kill him anyway. So why not just cut out the extra steps and just let's purify a vampire?
But think of all the stuff he could know if he's lived that long.
No, you see, that is the temptation. That is the whole point. He wants you to be curious. He wants you to give in to his wiles. He wants to corrupt
What's a
you.
while?
His ability to deceive and to intrigue and to get you to do dumb things because you are curious,
Oh, that I don't need much to do that.
She really doesn't.
which is what it makes him all the more dangerous, especially for you. You are so open and honest and forthcoming that he is going to exploit that and willingness to be helpful, just purely out of manipulability.
I know
Hmm.
what they do.
I've never gotten to talk to a vampire before. I didn't even think they were real.
It is much like talking to a regular human, but much more cat-like.
I mean,
I like cats.
No, not the kind that like to play with their food.
we could always
You are the food.
let her talk to him for a while. I can go in, cast a zone of truth, and
Do you want to go interrogate him? Okay, but I am setting up the smite cannon outside.
well, that's what I mean. Like, go in, talk to him, and then, you know, smite.
I do not know if he would be willing to volunteer any information if he is already aware that he is about to be executed. He may just decide.
Well,
to
that's
climb up
why
and-
I'm saying that if we go in, y'all are waiting outside the door. And then when we figure out what he will or won't tell us, then we invite y'all in.
You are welcome to try. I personally feel it is going to be a less than optimal use of resources for the day, but that is my opinion. And you know, if you want to
I
try,
also
and
just
get-
wish I knew more. Like, I was thinking about it on the walk here, and like, so he had the like sigils of St Cuthbert on his coffin.
well, let's go talk to the Church of Cuthbert then.
There isn't one here.
There must be some place like nearby a chapter or something, right?
I mean, do I know where the nearest church of St Cuthbert is, Scotty?
Yes, you do. And I believe it's in Seaton.
Ooh, I don't know how far away that is.
It's a few hours by carriage.
No, we could do that.
It's not like we don't have time.
That's true. It's not like he can leave. We can always nail the door shut if we're that concerned. I actually think we should do that. That's smart.
You don't want somebody else going in and getting eaten by him.
Also, I just realized he knows our names. And either that means he's had the crabmen spying on us for that whole time, which I kind of doubt that they're that good at stealthing, which means he's probably using magic to do it. Which means we
Suggest that he
kind
may
of
be
have
listening
to
to us now.
assume that he could be listening to us right now. Yeah,
So he probably knows we are coming to kill him.
probably.
Well,
I don't. I want to say out loud. My intention is not to kill him, but talk to him.
mine is.
Yeah,
I-
same.
I know, but at least if he sees me coming, he knows that I'm not trying to kill him.
I don't think that laugh was for us, but it was perfectly timed.
So, Katie, do you gonna head there?
I'm kind of waiting for them to say it's okay for me to go.
I mean, you are your own person. We are not going to like try and command you to do things, but
No, but you guys do try to talk me out of stuff that you really think is dumb.
we
I
try to
appreciate it.
keep you from further injury. You seem to be
Try to
very
keep you alive.
very fond of things that are dangerous.
I'm really good at not dying. I'm getting much better at it all the time.
I mean, you only have to fail once.
That. So I vote. We copy down as much of the symbols on the coffin that we can remember. Pop on over to Seaton and talk to a priest there and see what they can say. Because even if we kill him, I'm still very curious as to what the sequence of events here was.
You might ask if they had any like famous clerics or like clergy of great renown coming from this area, or anyone that had
Yeah, because
like local tales or something.
So context for you, Katie.
Mhm.
When we walked in there's this coffin in there, and the coffin is sitting open. It's probably his coffin. From what I know of vampires, they need to go into their coffin to heal if they ever get really, really, really fucked up. The coffin is covered with all of these holy symbols of St Cuthbert that look like they're supposed to be binding something to the coffin. But the coffin has legs, and it has this device on it that looks like spider legs that Sekald was saying that he thinks is something that's akin to a magic item known as a something of Qualish.
Apparatus?
And we think that the coffin can walk. And the apparatus is older than the coffin. I think maybe the coffin is older than, but like, why would St. Cuthbert put sigils on the chest and not take the legs off of it? And if he didn't, how the heck was he able to get out of the coffin?
What if?
Unless maybe I'm overthinking it and the coffin's always been able to leave and it just won't let him leave too far away from the coffin. And then he was like, fine, I just won't leave the coffin, and strapped legs to the bottom of it. That's probably it.
I mean,
what if we took it?
I don't know that we can remove that from the building, and I think he would probably almost certainly fight us to the death for trying to remove his coffin.
Well, we take it and we beat the crap out of him till he's almost dead. And then we tell him, now you can't heal unless we give it back. So tell us what you know. And then we don't have to let him out.
That seems like it is bordering on just torture and not just execution, which is getting a little into some murkier waters for me.
Well, I mean, we only beat him up if he fights us.
Well,
He's
you-
gonna.
he's going to fight us anyway. I mean, like you got to understand, like he's not going to just go peacefully lay down on it to go, okay, chop my head off. That's not going to happen. So like at this point, we are just basically discussing like how many different ways do we want to try and kill him, and how long does it want to take? I personally do not wish to make him suffer, but he is a creature of evil, and he must be dispatched.
What about you, Bryn? You went off and did some.
Bryn's
talking to
not
people.
here.
What did you learn? Oh shit.
You're like,
She
what
just
about you,
pieces
Bryn?
and
you
fades
turn-
out.
No, you turn like, what about you, Brett? And like the camera pans right, and there's just like an outline, like a blinky outline of like a
Mhm.
Bryn-shaped hole in the scenery.
Like an anime,
Hey!
you know, that blink, blink.
Look at that! I'm smart. I have sending prepared. Fuck. What do I want to say? I only have 25 words.
That's a good, actually, while you think of that, good transition. Bryn,
What's up?
you're in the back alleyway with Slim.
Yeah.
If I recall. What just happened?
What was
What did the cat do?
Sorry, he got caught on the strap of my bag and he got scared and he jumped up in the air and then the bag went with him. Harvey. Come here, buddy. I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
You were You are holding up Slim against the wall, and he was saying about how he owed you money
Mhm.
and that he could get you money. He could get you something more than what he owes you.
And what would you offer?
I know of a map. In here. The last crew I went with, they put their treasure in a chest and put it out in sea, and I know where it's at. I'll guide you to it.
And what would you want for that, Slim?
You not to kill me?
Okay, and what is this treasure supposed to be?
Gold. Gems.
You think I'm interested in gold and gems when you abandoned me? And the rest of the crew abandoned me? Do you think I'm really interested in that when I could spill your blood all over this alley?
He smirks, and he says, you could do that, but then you would never get the treasure. It'd be enough to get another boat.
But I could do what I've done before, Slim. I could commandeer one. I don't need you for that. So what really, besides a treasure, makes your life worth living?
On that, we will roll initiative.
Answer nice.
Oh my god. Okay, let me get his stats real quick. No, I'm not using his actual stats. Not the character stats. What'd you get for your initiative?
26.
26?
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
I rolled a nat 20 and you still beat me.
What
Okay.
is your bonus to initiative?
+8.
Holy cow!
She gets to add her charisma, right?
Yeah, my charisma's +4.
I thought my initiative was good at a +5. You were amazing.
Okay, you can tell he's gonna attempt to resist. What do you do?
It resists what? I'm not.
Get out of the grapple.
Oh, I'm keeping him there.
Okay. Did you want to do anything while because you're still technically grappling him?
Let me look.
Because you do get to act before this schmuck.
Schmuck.
He got 20, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry, Zoom chat decided to put in an initiative and
Like a nat 20 or a total 20?
nat 20 with a total of 20.
Wow. Yeah, this schmuck.
I should have used it in my character stats.
I don't have. I'm just gonna. I say, don't even think about running. You know I have better aim than you.
Okay, and with that, he takes his hand out from his pocket. Wait, no, this wouldn't be a roll to hit. This would be a con save, as he throws sand in your eyes.
Pocket sing.
Hmm.
Wow. Con,
Yes.
is this a harmful gas or vapor?
No.
It's a salad.
Yeah, I rolled a 1, so it's a 4.
Okay, you are currently blinded as it goes back to your turn.
He's still there.
Yeah, he used his action to blind you.
I could move.
No, he can't. He's grappled.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna knee him in the groin.
Okay, roll to hit.
Unarmed strike. That's not much. If I'm still holding on to him, do I have disadvantage on this because I'm blinded?
You do, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. +5, that is a 7.
Alright, he is, you miss. At least hitting where you wanted to hit.
Okay.
And he's able to block some of it. Then, on his turn, he's going to attempt to get out. So I need an athletics check from you.
Is this a disadvantage?
It is not.
Okay.
I got 13.
I got 23.
Okay, so you feel him try to get out of your grip, and he like tries to brute force his way out, but you were able to hold him there. What do you do?
Let me see. I am not airily. I'm going to do my best with the little strength that I have and try to pin him down onto the ground.
Okay. Give me another athletics check.
Athletics.
Actually, that or an unarmed strike. I think it's supposed to be an unarmed strike, but it's whatever.
It's the same, so it doesn't matter. That is a 12.
I got 13. So you attempt to pin him on the ground, and he like shifts his weight around. So now you're both on your side, or you're not even on your side. Neither of you are prone. It's just like back and forth. And he is going to pull out a weapon. That you hear him unsheath something. Oh my god. Even at advantage, because you're blind. You hear the dull thunk of a blade hit the wood on the board behind you. Oh no, he gets 2 attacks. That's right. The second one is a 21 to hit.
Yep, it hits.
Okay. I need a strength saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay, you feel him actually use the weapon to smack your hands, and he's actually trying to make you let him go with the weapon. But you hold your resolve, and you're still grappling him.
Okay. I say, tell me, Slim, what is worth living for? And then I kick him again.
Roll to hit.
Oh, shit. That's a 24.
Oh, I was about to say, is that a natural 20?
No, I got a 19.
Ooh. Okay.
Garfield.
What's your strength bonus?
It's +1.
Okay, so that would be 2 damage.
Yep.
He said, "To treasure, nothing else," as he attempts to punch you back. Oh wait, you had disadvantage on that because you're blind.
Oh, yeah, hang on. All right, 23. I rolled an 18.
Yeah, okay. That works for me. Oh man, I just rolled a nat 20. As he attempts to get out of your grip once again.
So how much damage would it be?
I got a roll on a certain chart.
Oh.
Because he got a natural 20.
Oh.
92. The attack was not made with a spell or magic weapon, so nothing extra happens. However, you do take... I just had his stats up. You do take 7 piercing damage as a dagger gets stabbed into your shoulder.
He stabbed me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there
That
we
was
go.
his first attack. The second attack will be him trying to get out of your grasp. So roll me another athletics.
That was cocked. Hang on. That's not good. Athletics 9.
Got 15, so he is no longer grappled, and you hear him start to run down the alleyway. You can
Okay, it's my turn.
unblind yourself, but it will take your action.
No, I'm gonna take the chance.
The dagger's still in you.
I don't care. I pull out my crossbow and I aim for where I think his head is.
Okay, you have disadvantage.
That's an 18.
Roll damage.
And it's a +2 crossbow bolt.
Oh shit,
So-
yeah, it's from the fort.
Yep. Max damage. That would be a 12. Right in the head.
Ah! Do you pursue? In like, if on terms of like it being a grid, you would know which 5-foot square he's in from the noise. He's not really stealthing, so you know what direction to go. You just can't see him right now.
Hang on a second.
It sounded like it hurt a lot.
It hurt a lot.
Yep.
Could I run for him and like kick him?
You already
Like-
used your action though.
Okay, but not like kick him, like just like
Well, no, hold on. Does she not get extra attack?
Not with a crossbow.
She's a
Okay.
rogue.
Okay.
Yeah, she also doesn't get extra attack, that's right.
Can I just like run up and like and I choose not to do damage and like just like side kick him?
Remember, you can move and bonus action dash.
Okay, so I'm going to
You
run.
could like get in front of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and get in front of him.
Okay. give me a strength saving throw.
Well, that was going to be a 15. 10.
This isn't at disadvantage. Strength saving throws aren't a disadvantage.
I know, but the dice.
Okay. He uses his reactionary attack to push you away.
Can I use my reactionary attack to grab onto his arm?
Well, now, okay, so
You were trying to get around him, so you're moving
Okay.
through. And he pushes
okay.
you further away from him, so you're not like right next to him.
So I provoked like an attack of opportunity or something?
wouldn't he have if he was running away from her and they were at point blank range before?
Yeah.
She
If
was
they were in
blind.
melee,
I
and
will allow you to retroactively attempt an attack of opportunity. Because you are correct. You just would have disadvantage because you're blind, that's all.
Okay, I'm gonna grab onto him then. Dang it! 20! I rolled a 20 and a 19.
Okay. I'm going to ignore the damage you do with the crossbow, because this would have happened first. We're moving back. So he
Okay.
attempts to run away, and you grab him as he's running away. Then, to make this more confusing, since we retroactively did that, you still have your movement bonus action.
I say wrong answer and I spit in his eye. I don't know. Can I do that?
Roll to hit at disadvantage, you're spitting blind.
Hang on. All right, 10.
You're not sure if he hit or not.
I still spit on him.
Yeah. He attempts to get a grapple again. Okay. Need an athletics check from you.
This is going
He says,
nowhere.
he says, let me go.
Athletics. Is that a disadvantage?
No.
Okay, then I'll just go with the first roll. Which was one lower than the second one I got. Athletics is a 17.
He got 16.
Oh shit.
That was his action, so it's back to you.
This- I don't know we're just gonna keep going around in circles.
Welcome to bar fights.
Never been in one.
This is a back alley bar fight, but it's more if he's trying to get the F away, and you're like, no, you don't.
I'm just like sitting on him.
No, you're just, I would say, since he tried to run away, you just like grabbed his arm or something.
Oh, okay.
Or you're able to grab the back of his shirt and pull him back.
In this continuity, did he stab me in the arm?
No.
He didn't.
Oh, wait, yes, he did.
Okay, then
Yeah, it's still in your,
then I will stab him in the arm.
okay. We'll hit disadvantage.
Oh,
The tears in your eyes are starting to give away some of that sand.
16.
Okay, roll damage.
Do I get my sneak attack bonus?
The only reason you don't is because you're at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Is he wearing armor?
Not that you saw.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the dagger. It's not the shark tooth thing.
It's a dagger? I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were using that dagger. My bad.
No, I'm not using the dagger. I'm using the dagger's still up my arm. I'm stabbing him with my shark tooth sword.
Okay.
So it's 7 damage.
Oh. Okay. let's see. Okay. And I'll say at this point, the sand has mostly gotten out of your eyes to where you can see. Just because your eyes have been like tearing up and stuff from all that agitation.
Okay.
And he pulls out his cutlass. And you guys have Pirates of the Caribbean music as you're both balancing on a cart thing. No, I'm kidding. But he swings it at you. A 12?
No.
14.
No.
Okay, you.
Okay.
And he says, so, after all these years, you're gonna kill me over this?
I pull out well, I already have my shark tooth sword out,
Mhm.
and I say, Slim, you're not worth the dirt on my boots. If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it already. I want you to tell me what it's worth living for. The truth, not your petty pirate nonsense.
What do you mean? I was gonna offer you a place where where the treasure's at. Turn against my crew.
The same crew that abandoned me, that left as soon as the ship was taken down.
Can you blame them? You didn't go down with your ship. You ran like a yellow-bellied coward. Dragon or no dragon.
I ran to preserve my skin and what's left of my legacy, and you are less than that, because you run at the sight of a sword. You're a yellow belly. I am not. I am Captain Bryn Flynn at the Albatross, and I will have your head for this.
Roll intimidation.
Okay.
Because
I'm not joking. Scotty, you could come in here. I rolled a natural 20. It's intimidation plus 12. It's a 32.
You can tell he's soiled his loins, to say the least.
I hope he was wearing the brown pants.
Oh, I said that, but was muted.
It's still your turn, Bryn. You have the high ground.
I have the high ground. I'm just going to.
You look like it looks like you've broken his morale. AKA a frightened condition.
If I've broken his morale, well, that's amazing. Can I just use my sword to get his sword off of him and just like have it stick in the ground?
Yeah, roll to hit.
Okay.
This is what he was trying to do to you.
Yeah, well. That would be a 21.
Okay, and how do they change that? What's your proficiency bonus?
My proficiency bonus is a +4.
What's your strength?
+1.
Okay, you disarm him. He missed the check by 1.
I point my shark tooth sword at his throat and I say, "Run away like you always do. And tell them that I'm coming for them."
I think at that point he definitely would run off into the alleyway and disappear,
Yeah.
leaving the
well,
sword there.
I
Just-
pick up the sword.
It's just a long sword.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got another sword now.
You don't have a sheath for it, but that's okay.
That's okay.
And you got a dagger that's still in your shoulder.
Oh, I ripped the dagger out.
Throw it at his retreating back.
And like the afterthought, like you're just standing there, you look down, like, oh, whatever.
In heat of the moment, you know, you don't,
Yeah,
you forget
the
where.
adrenaline,
Yeah.
definitely.
Sekald. Oh, wait. Okay, not Sekald. Sorry. Bryn. I totally forgot the whole reason I transitioned to you. You hear Abby talk to you. Be ascending. Abby, what do you tell her?
Hi, Bryn. We're back at the house. Katie is here too and isn't bleeding this time. Where are you and did you learn anything interesting? It's exactly 25 words. I did not say my name, but it sounds exactly like Abby, so I assume you can figure it out.
You
Plus, she mentioned whether or not I was bleeding, so that's probably you.
Yeah.
Valid.
I can reply, right?
25 words or
okay.
less.
Hi, Abby. Found nothing. Heading back. Glad Katie's not bleeding. I might be. See you soon.
What? No. Hang on, how many spell slots do I have?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Nope, too late. She doesn't know that.
I'm out. God fucking damn it.
Perfect.
I'm
Sekald,
fine.
where did we leave you? I believe you were
I
with
feel like he
a
was.
certain captain.
That's right. Yeah, you were with Zindros for most of that. Yeah, were you not there at all for the vampire conversation?
Sekald might be away. There's a be right back message in the chat.
That is true. We'll get back to that. So
I'm
as
like,
quick
I
as
think Bryn is
exposition,
bleeding.
as quick as exposition will allow, Bryn it makes it back to the house.
Abby is like sitting on the porch waiting for her.
Very clearly has a
she
stab
does.
wound in her shoulder.
Before she does get back, though, I like to think that Abby exclaims something to do with Bryn bleeding, and I'm like, it's not me this time!
You're not wrong.
Yay!
She said she didn't find anything interesting, but she's bleeding for some reason.
She might have
I
jumped off a
Guess I
cliff.
just kind of gotta wait for her because I only got one spell left, and I have to save it to heal her when she gets here.
Oh no, don't.
Well, we're about to go to sleep, okay? I'm out of fucking everything. Actually, I lied.
You
I have
got,
lay on hands.
you got a short rest. If you recall, it takes an hour to get here from town.
I have bandages. I mean, we can just wrap her up.
That goes for Bryn as well.
I can just lay on hands. It's okay.
Walking
Nobody's-
isn't more than a light movement, so I would say you could short rest while traveling back.
Okay, I'm just gonna like for the effect. I'll just be like, the blood's still on the shirt, and I didn't clean up, and I'm just like, hey, I told you I was bleeding.
You know, if it were Katie would be like, oh, and put the dagger back for effect.
Yeah, accurate.
Ah, darn it, I missed. Ah, I missed again. Like Kung Fu Hustle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, I am actually going to regain the 3rd level spell slot that I just used to call her.
Okay,
So I have a few slots, but still.
like that, Bryn is
Like,
back.
she didn't sound too concerned, and also I don't even know where to go if I were to try and run to her. Are you okay?
Yes. Oh,
You said you were bleeding.
Oh, yeah. She'll move her hair and she'll show the.
You know she has your sharp-toothed sword sheathed, but she now has a cutlass and a dagger.
Who did you talk to?
Neither have
What
sheaths.
happened?
If you
One
kept,
of them definitely has blood on it.
hey, you can clean that off.
Yeah, she might have wiped it off.
I see blood.
Axel can smell it for sure.
To tell you the truth, Abby, I met one of my old crewmates, and because I went.
I'm gonna take it he wasn't happy to see you.
Maybe the other way around.
Doesn't smell like a seal.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there were people on her ship.
Yeah, I captained a humanoid being led ship, but the seals kind of followed us. But yeah, it didn't end very pretty. And these are his. If anybody needs them.
Are you in trouble with the local law, or do we need to worry about retaliation, or
No, I'd worry more about his pants.
are they enchanted?
No, I think she probably made him grab him.
Then why do we worry about that? Is his problem.
Yeah.
I'm not
Uh,
helping change his pants.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
I was looking in what was the place called? I got Tortuga
Yeah,
in my mind.
It was some tavern.
Let's see. That place, I believe, is called the Wicker Goat. No, wait, no, the Wicker Goat was the nice one you went to.
Yeah.
The empty net.
Yes, that's what it was called. Yeah, I went to a pretty shady place and was looking for information because I figured if you're trying to find someone shady, that's where you go. And then yeah, sorry I didn't find anything, but I do hear that there's gold at some place in the ocean, and I'm probably never gonna get it, but that's fine.
I imagine there are a lot of places in the ocean with gold in them that we are never going to see. I don't let it bother me.
Yeah, there's so many things there. Okay, all right. So are you okay, first off?
Yes.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. That was mainly it.
Okay.
What, like, so you ran into this person and fought them for some reason? And they tried to tell you where gold was, but then stabbed you?
Okay.
Probably like our vampire friend tried to barter his freedom for information.
Hmm.
That's exactly what it is. It's
A lot of that going around today.
A bit, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
So did you let him go?
Well, you always need one to tell the story.
But did you get the information?
I didn't think that it was needed information considering the source.
Okay. So are we going to follow him and like lead us to the hideout of the other bandits, or what is happening here?
I mean,
Do you need to finish him off? I don't understand.
no, I mean, my crew thinks that I'm a bad pirate because I didn't go down with my ship, and they
sounds like a dumb pirate.
That sounds like an air breather word to me.
Not like only like regular seafaring, like hired captains, like are expected to go on with their ship. Pirates survive.
That's what I would think. They chose to, when our ship went down, they chose to leave and left me with nothing. And so now I'm running around here looking for work.
So wait, let me make sure I understand the sequence of events here. You have a crew who abandoned you when the ship was sinking, and they expected you to die with the ship, but mad. They're able to be mad because they too abandoned the ship. That they are mad for you getting
Yeah, how did they
abandoned.
survive?
They sound like mutinous dogs.
They are, which is probably why I'm better off not following them. I did give him kind of a bluff of a warning that I was coming for him and everyone. But you know, I don't have to follow up on that.
Okay, but do you want to? Like, is this dangerous?
Yeah,
should-
like, We'll back you up if you need to actually deal with this.
This sounds like loose ends.
It is loose ends. I don't know. I feel like I would have to okay. To tell you the truth, I did leave them because there was it was a dragon that took our ship down, and I wanted to survive.
Were they
And
all running from the dragon too at the same time?
No, they were fighting.
Oh. Dragons are scary.
I mean, I can see how they might be a little bit upset, but like, it's a dragon. That's not a good. That's not good odds.
Was it
But-
the first dragon you ever saw?
Was it the first dragon I ever saw, Sky?
I would say so.
You know,
Bigger than what you've heard of.
dragons are known to like be really frightening to a lot of people. Like it's really hard sometimes to just stay and fight a dragon. Sometimes people just run away.
Bryn, would you describe the dragon to the party?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Everybody else can give me history or arcana checks if they want.
Please don't make him cute.
+2. Ooh, a 19 for Katie.
Okay.
19. Saved by the dice.
15.
Wow, you all rolled really good actually.
Okay.
That was awesome.
You based on her descriptions, the dragon that attacked her ship wasn't just any dragon. It was a white dragon, an ancient one. One that goes by the name Ambroth, Champion of the Ice. And they have been known in the northern parts of the seas to take out ships for fun.
So definitely to be avoided.
You've heard horror tales from very few survivors that he likes to hide underneath bergs of ice, and he waits until ships come by in his territory, and then he snaps them up.
Is it a bad time to say that I want that title?
Champion of the Ice.
Hmm.
We have to get it off of him.
Let's go fight a dragon.
Exactly.
I mean,
So-
if we have to.
Like, people always, not everybody has stuff they regret. It's both okay for you to not like that you ran from the dragon, and also not okay for them to think that you deserve to die just because they were dumb enough to continue to fight a white dragon. That's badass enough to have its own like second title. Like, it's not just a name, he has a title. And regardless of what they think, we think you're a great captain.
Thank you.
So, all right, it's late. I am running very low on spell slots. I think we need to figure out what we want to do with Vampire Boy and figure out where Sekald is. I haven't seen him in a while. guess I could give him-
Shark senses are tingling.
Oh, This dragon's territory, Embroth, is off the coast of the land of black ice, the northern part of this continent. So,
UP of Michigan?
so it is quite a ways away from here.
Whatever you said, Jesse, I did not comprehend it.
Me neither, I'm sorry.
I was saying the UP of Michigan. It's in like the black ice country.
Oh, yeah, yes. So the continent that you guys are on is the Flanaess. I'm probably getting that completely butchered. Cat probably knows better. I don't know. Flanaess.
I think it's Flanaeus. something like that.
Flanaeus. It's also where Ain's nation is up north there. It's past that. It's a few hundred miles north, to say the least. Let's see. Does this map actually have a scale for me? Of course it doesn't. Cool. I'll get an actual distance later, but it's pretty far away. Far enough away you would have to, and in our equivalents, it'd be the equivalent of having a boat on the east coast, and you have to travel around South America to get to the other side of the coast. Kind of sailing distance. It'd be faster by land, and by land it'd be a few months.
It's go around the Cape of No Hope.
Yeah. Probably why y'all have never really seen or heard of Selkie before now, too.
Would this be like the kind of long-term expedition that might take us away from Saltmarsh
Definitely.
for like the indefinite future?
Yeah. It's not something you just decide to just do. This is a expedition, like you said.
Man the cannons, climb aboard together, weather every storm. Yeah, so
Greyhawk deities come down. Did I hear somebody saying they're using gunpowder? I heard cannons. No? Good. No guns allowed. And then you disappear. Sorry, that's actually a thing.
if you mention making smoke powder, like a deity comes down and smites you, like no.
The gods have removed. Oh, were you gonna say something?
Gunpowder doesn't work here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It,
Nani
I
the
think
fuck?
even in
it might as
even
well
in
be
the
black
realms,
sand.
even in the realms, it's heavily implied, if not outright stated, that the only reason that gunpowder works is it's not the fact that it's combustible just by science. It's because one of the gods of technology makes it work.
Right.
Huh. Right.
That's gods for you, man.
Any case,
right,
you all taking a
so-
long rest?
We gotta find out what's going on with Sekald.
Yes.
No, we don't.
Sekald, are you taking a long rest?
That depends entirely upon the definition of a long rest.
Are you coming back to the house during the night, or are you going to come back later?
Probably later if I could swing it.
Okay. Then you all don't see Sekald until the next day.
All right, so what are we doing today? I would like to learn
Outside,
some more about
outside the
or-
house, just on the roof, perched on the edge, is a skyfish, and it's just like and it flies off.
Okay.
I kind of want to learn more about our vampire friend before we gank him. Just because I'm curious, like, what if there are more of them? Because, like, there's no way he's going to gonna tell us anything if he thinks that we're gonna kill him, which he probably does.
I honestly don't believe he would tell us anything useful in the first place. I just don't think that's going to pan out for us. But I do believe in getting information. So if you want some company for the trip to the Church of St Cuthbert, I will go with you.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Just be aware his clerics tend to be kind of like sticks in the mud. They're very lawful.
Yes, well, I do well, I'm less lawful and more good, but
I was also saying that to like the whole room, but yeah. Anybody that wants to come with can go though. Like Seaton's a decent sized town. We might be able to pick up some supplies or see if they have any interesting things going on.
Mm.
Did Sekald ever come back? She's gonna like go down to his lab.
I don't know. I'm not allowed to go knock on the door.
Do not message Sekald right now.
Abby doesn't know that. She literally hasn't seen or heard from you in 24 hours. I mean, you can ignore it.
What do you send?
I'm not gonna send him a message. We could just go into town, see if he's in town. He's probably hanging out with what's her name.
Hmm.
If we leave and we have to go into town anyway, because which way is Seaton? Is it along the coast or are we gonna have to like go overland?
It is on the coast. It is a 20-mile trip.
Fabulous. Maybe we should take the boat.
It is south of Dreadwood.
Redwood, that sounds familiar.
Mhm.
I'll start getting these sequels ready.
Also, when Katie comes downstairs, she's still wearing parts of the cast.
Do you want
Like-
that off?
Huh? I don't know.
It's gonna start to stink.
Sure.
Okay. Abby will get her like a healer's kit and start cutting this thing off of her. Who even put this on you? Is it that one oh the priest of
Yeah, remember he left a note that says you owe me.
my brain is just like farting out, and in place of like God's name, my brain is just thinking Salty Boy, the god.
Procan?
Yeah.
Donut Jimmy, the horse doctor.
I don't know why, but I first thought of Obad High, which is the much harder name to remember.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Bryn, didn't you hear about somebody that was talking to you about a staff in a forest at some point?
Yeah, like an old lady in the forest. I think.
Is that the
Josul and I
same
were
one that we'd be
talking about.
sailing past?
Would I know that?
You would. I'm checking.
Okay.
Maybe it's a different creepy haunted forest.
There are
Maybe.
2 creepy haunted forests around you guys.
Of course there are.
Of
You have
course there are.
choice of 2, so
You were asking if the Dreadwood was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 birds, 1 stone. Or 1
Apparent-
chip.
You were told that apparently there's an ancient hag that runs the deepest parts of Dreadwood called Granny Nightshade. She is very powerful. And she controls a lot of devils and undead and other lesser hags, trolls, ogres, goblins, even jackal wares.
Does she also go by the name of Baba Yaga?
Surprisingly not.
Yeah. So I say let's head into town, get the ghost ready to go, see if we can run into Sekald. And didn't one of you mention that there's like a new merchant in town, though I have no money. Because I don't think yeah, I don't think we've sold any treasure yet. We're still waiting on Josul to sell that stuff.
I mean, I can spot you for something if you'd like to go shopping just to try and check them out.
We could check it out. Either way, let's head into town and we'll see what we see.
All right, so you head into town, and you see across the way from Captain Zendros's trading outpost is this nice little stall run by this young half-elf lady who has aquamarine hair. Appears to be a sea elf. Maybe half sea elf, I guess. And she just has like a homemade sign up on top, and it just says like magic items for sale. And she's got like hearts on the eyes and stuff. Of course, it's all in blue paint.
Of course.
She's like, hello.
Is it like just a regular stall? It's not even like a building?
Yeah.
I love
I mean,
this.
that's most of the market is.
That's true. Hi. She'll just wander up and see what she's selling, if anything.
You notice that she's selling the exact same thing Zendros is selling, but at 10% cheaper.
What's on the table today?
Yeah.
You see a warhammer, a longbow, 3 scrolls, sorry, a potion, and another bag of holding.
Scrolls, you say?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of scrolls? Fuck off. Just put in the chat that the Warhammer is worth 40k.
That's quite a warhammer.
What kind of scrolls are they?
Oh, well, Abby, they are this, that, and this, that. One is...
I'm sorry, have we met?
No, but you're pretty famous around here.
Oh, I guess that's true. Well, I'm Abby. What's your name?
My name's Aquamarine.
I don't know why I didn't
My
say
master
that.
told me all about you. You're just as nice as he said.
The blue mage?
Yeah, you're the yellow, right?
Yeah. Oh, are you one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. Which one are you? Are you like the blue? It can't be the blue wizard because that's him, right?
The
No,
aquamarine one?
I'm the blue wizard here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay. You were wanting to see what scrolls I got.
Yeah.
I got a scroll of cure wounds. I'm not sure if you'd want that one. You can do that pretty easy. A scroll of delayed blast fireball. She raises her eyebrows. And a scroll of imprisonment.
Oh. These are very interesting.
I described a few from my master's logs that he had.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to maybe come back for these because I definitely don't have money for them in my pocket right now. Or at all.
Okay.
How much
Would
for
you be
this?
interested in this potion of fire giant strength? It's only 1,125 gold.
Looks up at Big Man.
Come on,
I don't need the scrolls that bad if you want it.
It's got a giant toenail in it.
You know, I have really had enough of toenails for today, so I'm gonna pass. But perhaps another
Please
time.
tell me the amount of toenails that you've had are 0.
Well, that's not true because we had to make sure the potions work. It's one of the ingredients.
No, she's not making that face at her. She's making that face at Axel, who's just like, I'm not going to say whether or not I've eaten toenails yet today.
And
Have you seen our friend around Sahuagin?
Oh yeah,
I jump. You can't miss him.
the scary big shark man. Yeah, he was over there at that nice tiefling lady's place.
Yeah, should have seen that coming.
okay.
Well, if you see him around, since you're right across from there, can you let him know that we're going to be over at the tavern or on the ship?
Okay.
How much for the
Do you want cookies?
Yes.
She pulls out blue cookies.
I love this kid.
I'm gonna roll see how good the cookies are. Oh
How
my
old is
god.
this girl?
Worrying young. Like teenager.
Okay.
But also like a half elf, so maybe like in their 20s for all we know.
It's hard to tell, but even
Yeah.
then, she still seems a little too young for adventuring, but also probably too young to be selling these powerful magic items on her own. If
Wait, is
I
that
wanted to give
actually-
you like a human age, she's probably around 16.
Oh, oof. Having like flashbacks to Azra.
Mm.
She was super baby. I'm pretty sure she was like maybe 18 when we started Trackless Sea. Wait, so just to call to actually walk up behind us?
I mean, if this is the point in time where
That's up to
I
you.
need to meet up with the party, it would be, yeah, he's over there. So,
Oh, hey.
hi,
So
Just putting his pants back on.
please, robes.
Tying up a robe.
God, for some reason, I wanted to say Zendros's robes just for comedic effect.
Like a
He's-
silk, like
I need to
just
figure out
tying off like a red silk kimono. It's clearly too small for you.
It says in the back, I am a power bottom.
Sekald, I don't know if you saw this. They have a delayed blast fireball scroll. I know the fire isn't really your thing, but I don't think there's a version of that for ice.
I am working on a snowball.
But anyway, we were thinking of taking the ship down to
Old Maui.
no, to Seton,
Yeah.
for some stuff. I want to go talk to one of the clerics there. You didn't hear any about what we saw yesterday, did you?
I've been fairly shut in, so no.
Yeah, we need to catch you up. Doing breakfast? Let's get breakfast. And she'll just wander off toward the tavern.
Rolling down to old Maui.
I think you're the only one that caught that.
I think I may be the only one that knows the song.
Possibly.
It's a fairly old sea shanty.
I love sea shanties.
I know like 5, just the ones that were like super big
Assassin's
on
Creed.
TikTok.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed.
And a few on Assassin's Creed.
The Wellerman.
Yeah.
There's also the few
Yes.
that I put up on
Yeah.
Reign of Misrule.
Yeah.
Well, I still remember our little duet earlier in the campaign.
So as soon as we get breakfast, so turns out there's a vampire in town. Uh, no, wait, you were there for that.
Yup.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were talking about it, and Axel and I are of the impression that we should kind of just gank this guy because I don't think he's going to tell us anything, and I don't know if we could trust anything that he would tell us. But I am very curious how he managed to break through the sigils that a priest of St. Cuthbert put on his coffin. Because, like, honestly, if a cleric is strong enough to make it to the coffin and get away without being killed by him or his minions, I would assume that he should be strong enough to be able to make those sigils stay and work. And it concerned me for why they're not. And hey, maybe if we figure out where this guy's from, then we figure out what he was going to bargain to tell us with anyway, and then we can just gank him. We don't need to worry about what he knows.
When I originally double checked the coffin itself for the arcane information,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to tell if those sigils were working as intended?
They are.
Okay. So, yeah, no, when I looked at it before, those sigils are working exactly as they were intended.
Okay, so then maybe my idea was right that the sigils aren't there to keep him in the box, just from keeping him going from too far away from it. Wait a minute, I thought that the sigils were also the thing that made it so that he couldn't leave that room. I have so many questions.
Do we know that, or is it possible that like the enchantment was on the room itself and there was just separate other magic happening on this?
It's
the coffin?
possible, yeah, it's possible that like whatever was on the coffin is separate than whatever's keeping him in the room.
Or possibly that the enchantments on the coffin itself are separate from the enchantments that are on the spider parts.
Well, the spider parts, from what I recall, were completely of a different design than
Yeah, I
the
think he
coffin
added the
itself.
spider parts to better aid his mobility. And then after adding the spider parts, got stuck in this room.
What if the markings on his coffin aren't to keep him in, but something he had done to protect it from other people doing stuff to it?
I sincerely doubt the priest of St Cuthbert would go along with that. I mean, like I said, they're kind of sticks in the mud, but they're still good, or at least
Well,
lawful.
What if, and I mean, symbols, people can learn symbols even if they don't believe what's behind the symbol. What if figured something out? Or wait, I heard stories. Can't vampires like control the minds of other people? Maybe he got somebody to do it for him, like, hey, this is a great protection thing, but I can't do it. I'll make this guy do it for me.
Cannot see him doing that and then becoming trapped within a room of like that. It seems
Well, maybe
There's
he
a
went
lot
in
of-
there to
You were-
sleep.
You all do remember him saying that he wasn't doing that stuff to you guys because it wouldn't work. You wanted your trust. You
That's
didn't-
just what he wanted us
Us,
to believe.
yes.
Yeah, but would it not work because of the spell, or would it not work because we're too strong-willed?
You remember someone of pure heart has to willingly take him out.
Mm.
I'm just saying, maybe he went in there to sleep and somebody trapped him in the room
Mm.
separately. Just a thought.
Yeah, but either way, like, we don't know enough.
I do not think we should try and overcomplicate and overthink this whole thing and like adding layers of conspiracy to it, because I mean, at the end of the day, what we know is we have a vampire who apparently cannot leave a room. We have a magical box that is keeping him in some capacity, either alive or dead or imprisoned. He is offering something that we do not collectively believe is worth the potential risk to freeing him. It's just not a good deal.
Yeah. So in that case, do we just want to like deal with him now, or did we also want to go up there?
I definitely feel like more information is better because it
Yeah,
does
'cause
not
if
do to act
we-
rashly.
And then because like all vampires come from something, so there's a chance that maybe if we talk to this priest up there, then maybe there's a chance they know who made him a vampire.
I mean, that is assuming that his sire is still alive, but yes. I'm for it.
What's in Seaton? Is there anything interesting up there?
Essentially, it's just like your guys' town, except it has a bit more, a less population, but more churches, and a jail. It's like the county jail equivalent.
Apparently, it is the provincial capital of the Viscounty of Salanmore. I don't
Gesundheit.
understand what any of that means.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like, I'm not trying to get
it's
into
the,
it.
Viscounty
It's
is
like
like,
It's the
It's-
province that we're in.
Yeah, it's essentially another fishing town, but it has a jail and churches. This one has
So-
like one chapel and like a druid shrine grove right outside of Saltmarsh. And Saltmarsh is more populated and has dwarves and a mine.
so a Viscounty is actually like a small feudal assignment or, entitlement from the Lord.
Mhm.
So a Viscount is like a tier, like a step down from a count, right? So you have like the whole feudal system. So somewhere around here is a Viscount who is in charge of this territory, and this is his land that he
Yeah.
is in charge of and has to take care of gathering taxes and shit. It's a weird word, but I think it's actually just where we get the word county from, is like that level for
Count.
counts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Possibly.
Maybe it was like count's fee and it got shortened. But in
No,
any
no.
case,
Well, it's the county, right? It's the barony, the county, the right. So it just whatever feudal title you hold, like your plot that is assigned to you is E, right? So
so do you all arrive at Seaton?
Dutchy.
I assume you guys said you wanted to go by your boat. Did you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll see why not.
Okay. You arrive there, no time at all. You were there before lunch, and it's the neighboring town. You're not
Yeah.
going far.
Yeah, it's like 20 miles.
But when you get to the dock, the quartermaster asks for the fee to get in, and it is for your guys' size vessel 3 silver.
Okay.
Oh no!
A night.
Whoever's gonna fit that bill.
I happen to have 6 silver on hand, so I will give him the thing without having to make change.
Gives a nice nod, puts it in the coin purse that he has, and he says, "Welcome to Seaton."
To get another coin purse somewhere else that may have like 6 or 12
Just
silver
stop.
pieces.
Can you please direct us to the church of St Cuthbert?
Oh yes, we do have one with the billets. Head over to the north side of town. Look for the symbol that is shaped like a wooden club.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes. Good old Cudgel Goodsburg. They call him.
It's his nickname, yeah. St. Cuthbert the Cudgel.
Yes.
And you guys go through the place, and like I said, it's less population than Saltmarsh. If I recall, it might actually be more. For all I know, let me double check Saltmarsh's population.
What I saw is that it had 4,000, about 1,000 left to go to Saltmarsh a couple of years ago when the town got raided.
Here,
But I don't know, like,
here it is in 5th edition, and it goes to Saltmarsh book. Saltmarsh has roughly 5,000 human residents. There's about 200 dwarves that work at the local mine, and there's a scattering of elves and halflings that live in the nearby hills and woods that also have some of their places, some of their homes in Saltmarsh. So actually Seaton's a little smaller. It only has around 4,000 residents total. And of course, like most things, especially in this kingdom, they're about 96% human and 4% like everything else. Probably the next highest, which would probably be around 2%, are halflings.
Oh, so are we getting some odd looks? Like,
I mean, not any that you're not used to, because you're still very much a minority in
sure.
Saltmarsh.
yeah,
But
it's
we're also
Saltmarsh.
a
The weird
popular
looks just
minority.
turned into weird looks of respect.
They probably, you hear people whispering and stuff, and what's everyone's
They
passives?
Probably get out of my way.
Bryn, you can hear them talking and whispering to themselves about stuff, and they are talking about how, hey, those are those adventurers from Saltmarsh, and they start talking about. You hear like every once in a while, like, oh, they helped the alliance with the lizard folk, and all this other stuff.
So they have heard of us.
You guys. You guys aren't little noobs anymore. Word spreads, especially to a neighboring town. Not much goes on around here, so. In any case, no one seems to disrespect you. Like no one's giving you like a stink eye. It's just more of like, I've never seen this kind of being before, kind of thing. But you do eventually arrive at the chapel of St Cuthbert, and it is a tiny little dingy chapel. And you notice out front is a wooden sign that has a wooden club on it.
Well, I guess this is the place,
Yeah, looks like it.
or else it's like the meeting hut. I don't know.
And you see a priest in there, and he is reading from or he's not really reading anything. He's just cleaning up the place. It's fairly run down, but not run down enough that it's unwelcoming. Like the floorboards are old, but they don't look like they're gonna break. There aren't like missing spots. They're not uneven. But the place is a little dusty here and there. And he seems to be cleaning around, and he notices you all come in. Human priest with we'll say, I think, red robes with a white undertone, like a cream white. I'm not exactly sure about St. Cuthbert's lore, so apologies in advance. But you do notice he does have a cudgel, and it's like a fancy wooden one, so it's got like nice carvings on it and stuff. And he says, "Hello, children."
Hi. I'm Abby, and I'll just point to the rest of you guys to introduce yourself. We're down from Saltmarsh. We had a couple questions for you.
You may ask away.
Are there any other people in the chapel with us?
Currently not. You guys,
Okay.
it's around noon on not a Sunday equivalent, so.
Okay, so it's a weird one. We encountered a vampire in our travels, and his coffin is covered in all of these symbols of St. Cuthbert. But so I was under the impression that, like, oh, well, the symbols are there to keep him from coming out of the box, but he's up and walking around, so clearly that's not the case. Either way, we were wondering if you had ever heard of anything like it. Maybe if we can figure out where this individual came from, we can see if there are any others like it.
While she's asking that question, I do want to take out a parchment and some charcoal and draw the runes that I saw.
Okay. And the priest is like pondering for a moment, and he says, "That does sound familiar. Let me check." And he goes behind the podium. There's the stained glass of St. Cuthbert. And of course, the light shines in perfectly in the morning.
Oh,
Right now, it's not really doing too much. It's stained glass, so it's nice in that term, but it's definitely not like masterwork. It's not something super crazy. Just the fact that they have it means a lot. And he has 2 bookshelves in the back corners. And he goes over to one of them, and he's like going through, and he finds this old tome. And you see that it has in what's the language? It's the Borland language. And it's like an old English font gilded onto it, like in faded gold. Saints and Heroes of St. Cuthbert. And he starts looking through it, and he's turning pages as he puts it up on the podium. And he says, "Ah, here it is." Now I need to come up with a name. Cool. Totally fine.
Word.
Yep.
yeah, so I guess after that, like, if there's not much else we could do, we could head home and deal with this problem. Maybe have lunch here, though. We did come all this way.
I was just hoping for, some kind of background on who might have put him in this situation.
Yeah.
I was hoping for like histories of like older priests or famous.
Well, he's getting some stuff. Let him read his book first and come back to us.
Well, while he's in there looking, I thought it might be helpful if he knew that we were looking for this other information in addition to the story of the vampire, but maybe like any famous clerics that might have come around and done this to him.
Yeah.
Cleric Socha had fought a vampire in these lands about a century ago. I'm sure there's a more fancy title than cleric, but that's what I'm going to go with. He went by the name Zoltik.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes, it appears that she vanquished him in Saltmarsh.
Well, she trapped him because he's still there.
Yeah, I don't know about vanquish so much. She definitely like stopped him and put him in a room, and he seems to be sealed in a basement. But
All clerics of St Cuthbert write down their achievements and their adventures throughout their years, and they are under oath to not tell a lie.
are they under?
For it
oath
is
to
not the
be-
way of St Cuthbert to tell a lie.
Are they under oath to be like 100% correct all of the time? But like, maybe she was mistaken, or maybe he was, I don't know, revived somehow. Do you think? I don't know. Like, I have
Do you doubt the ways of our
no,
God?
but I know that there are multiple gods with multiple agendas, and I know that sometimes things happen, and sometimes vampires are notorious for not staying dead. I don't know. Does crab blood revive vampires? Like,
I don't think so. He was feeding on Kraben. Whatever it was, it introduced himself by that name. I don't know if she described what they look like or anything.
And over the runes for him to match up.
They also had this strange device attached to the bottom of their coffin, and I'll explain like what that was. I don't know if that was there when she did that, or
there is mention that the vampire had a moving coffin.
okay.
Legs of metal. Is there like their fingers like following the script? Yes, and they
So
said
then-
that they defeated the vile undead vermin with a powerful spell from St. Cuthbert himself.
they
Defeated
say
doesn't
how?
mean dead.
Like what spell it was?
It does not say. I assume it was a ritual.
Well, if it's a ritual, then there's a chance that it was probably less a blasty obliterate the guy and more of like maybe trap him in this room for all time.
I don't know why you would go to all the trouble when you could just, kill him, take his head, make him meet the sun.
And it is here, in this hole, that Zoltik will never be able to rise again.
Oh well. I mean, is there anything else to the legend? Like, does it say what the nature of their confrontation was? Why he did not just destroy him?
Apparently, this is not the first time Sorcha had encountered him and fought him.
Oh, they got one of them frenemy things.
I'm gonna assume Sorcha isn't around anymore.
She ran off with Mad Mardigan.
Unfortunately, she
Probably
died.
dead.
She died about 4 decades ago.
Mm. You got to speak with Dead? Like looking over at Abby.
Not today, I don't think. But even then, I'd have to like find her body and hope that her vocal cords are still intact enough.
I mean,
The vampire apparently was brought into Saltmarsh as he goes back a bit. In a sealed coffin. It was brought in by a trader. As in one who sells goods, not one who betrays. And was opened.
wait, so he was already sealed into the coffin before he came to the town, and then someone let him out?
It appears so. I doubt by supernatural means, though.
But then why can't he leave that room? He told us that there's a room that he's trapped in that he can't leave until somebody of pure of heart carries him over the threshold. Is that part of her spell?
I'm gonna roll a religion check for the priest. Perhaps.
So frustrating. There are so many things about this guy that we don't know.
I feel like this is going to be one of those times where we're going to have to exercise some restraint.
Did you want to speak with Sorcha? I could schedule a meeting.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought you passed.
She has. But during situations such as these, we're dealing with a powerful undead. They are willing to answer questions, even during their eternal paradise.
I mean, if you don't think that she would mind having her rest disturbed.
Not for this.
Maybe worth it, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
And follow me.
Okay.
And he goes down through the back door, and I'll say there is. No, it wouldn't make sense because it's a sea town. I guess it would be above ground mausoleum where he takes you in, and there are a bunch of dead bodies. Most of them very, very old. As he opens up the iron door with a key, and this stone structure behind the temple, or behind the, not really I say like a chapel, not a temple.
Mausoleum?
Yeah, it would be a mausoleum.
Hmm.
And he says, here she is, right here. And you see the part inside the wall, there is a skeleton sitting there. And laying in the cusp of the wall.
She looks famished.
Gives you a look of offense. You notice that she's still wearing, even though it's very tattered at this point, very nice ornate like white robes. And she has a mace that she's holding upside down, and her skeletal hands are like this, with the gauntlets on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So what do we want to ask? Maybe like, how did you kill? What's his name?
I think let us.
With a small donation to our church.
Yes. It's just I will. I'll drop like 100 gold on him.
He doesn't hide his astonishment as well as he thinks he does.
We really do want the cooperation of the Church of Cuthbert for this one. So anything that you can do to assist us in moving with justice and wisdom, because the vampire has offered us information on an upcoming threat that may or may not be more dangerous than him. We do not particularly trust him, but it is entirely possible that he may be telling the truth.
He nods and he accepts the 100 gold coin pouch, puts it in the sleeve, and he starts up the spell. And he casts Speak with Dead on her.
Abby, I think the why might be more important than the what. Like, why didn't you just kill him?
And he puts his hand on the top of her skull like this, and his other hand is on Abby's shoulder. And you already know how the spell works.
Yeah.
He's pretty much being the telephone for you.
Number you have dialed is no longer in service.
So I'm trying to think of like how to word this, because I'm like, I'm scared that if I say why didn't you just kill the vampire, she's gonna say, but I did.
You know that she can't lie, but She also cannot tell you
it's
anything that
unless
she does
she thinks
after
that
death.
she did kill him.
Yeah.
Maybe use the word defeat and not kill.
Would be an error translation.
Yeah. Maybe like, how did you do it? Yeah.
You
How
notice
did
the priest's eyes roll back and they just look at you like they're waiting for a question.
how did
I'll
you
tell him.
kill the vampire known as Zolak?
Coming out of his mouth is not his own voice. You hear a stern, strict, almost like Catholic nun lady voice emanate from him. And she says, I don't know the Greyhawk calendar, but I'll say it was during a winter night in the year, and we'll say it's 113 years ago.
Mhm.
It is not the first time I had encountered him. I have actually been hunting him down for years. He had ravaged to the northern lands and was able to escape me last time, smuggling himself on a ship with one of his servants. Brought him to a town of Saltmarsh. After some thorough investigations, I was able to deduce where his coffin was at, dispatched his thralls, turned them with the powers of St Cuthbert, and made it so he could not leave.
Why not just kill him?
He was too strong. I hate to admit. My faith was strong, but his will was stronger.
Okay. Turn to the rest of the crew. We have 3 more questions left. I was thinking of asking, like, what could he do that other vampires can't do?
Can we save the last question for, will you ask St. Cuthbert to give us his blessing in the upcoming trial? Couldn't hurt to have a god on our side.
I mean, you already have one, but sure.
I'll take all the help we can get if this vampire was too powerful for
Valid.
this cleric to take her up. I mean, my question was answered, so I don't want to be hogging the ball.
I have so many questions, but none of them are useful.
I mean, like, you could ask how's Haven, but I don't think that is a good use of our time.
No, it's different for everybody. Theirs probably won't be like mine, and mine won't be like yours.
Yes, but if the answer is not, it's amazing, then it's probably not actually Haven.
Valid. So, okay. Turn back to him, or to her.
This would be question number 3.
Yeah. What powers did he have beyond what a normal vampire might?
He was a master swordsman, a warrior in his own right, with supernatural speed of his vampireness. He has an enchanted sword that is able to swing on its own will.
Mm.
You have that written down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So called Bryn, any ideas?
No.
Well, that built
Any
up.
additional rituals or spells that may work? Something we haven't thought of.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we can get a cleric who has the ability to turn undead, I can just smite them really hard.
Most clerics don't have the ability to turn anything as strong as them. Turning doesn't really work very well on intelligent things, and he's clearly pretty smart. He said that he knew us. He knew more about us than he should. How do you think he was able to do that?
Truthfully, I do not know. But he was one that would build quite a spy network to work under him.
Oh no.
In his current imprisonment, that would be near impossible.
Well, he did have a group of crabmen that were worshiping him, so there's that.
She doesn't respond because it's not a question.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
She was saying that more to the priest that's channeling her.
Especially since she's a lawful neutral cleric.
He had 2 others with him. They had red eyes and didn't speak or do anything. Are they vampire spawn? Would they possibly vampire spawn as well?
They would be his thralls. That is correct.
Okay, so yeah, vampire spawn.
I think that was the last question, wasn't it?
Yes, it
No,
was.
we have one more. I thought we had one more.
No, it's 5.
How did you defeat him? Why not kill him? What powers does he have? How did he know us? Oh yeah, and his goons. Shit. Sorry.
And the priest's science go back.
Nobody ever asks them, how are you?
It appears that she has gone back to... Oh, I had it. She has gone back to the Basilica of St Cuthbert.
I hope she is enjoying herself then. So I do not know if this is particularly valuable information, but it does put to rest some suspicions.
Yeah, it helps some. Now we know what to expect from him. He's probably not a spellcaster, which is good, which means that there is a good chance that he hasn't been hearing everything we're saying. However, it does make me really nervous though, because
I do not
none
have...
of us...
I'm sorry to intrude. I do not have much here, but he is an old nemesis of our church. I would have a flask of holy water for you.
We'll take all the help we can get, yeah.
And
I'm sorry, did somebody say holy ice knife?
You wouldn't happen to have any scrolls of cleric spells that can create daylight that would hurt him, would you?
Alas, I
it's
do
kind of
not
a long
have...
stretch.
I do not have that tie. It's not my tie with St. Cuthbert isn't as strong enough to be able to conjure such scrolls.
Yeah, mine isn't as strong into my deity either for that.
Well, have,
Yeah, but
have faith, Halfling.
I'm working on it. It just takes time. But yeah, we thank you for any help you can get, even with the holy water. It will definitely help. Pray that St. Cuthbert looks out for us, and we're gonna try and make sure that nobody else can let him out of this room.
Always seek truth, and from there you'll see St. Cuthbert. I can never say his name right, I'm so sorry. Cuthbert. I don't know.
Well, that does help. Now we know a little bit more about him. Probably not a wizard. Definitely more of the fighty stabby type.
Was Kade here the whole time? Just quiet the whole time. Please tell me you didn't steal anything while you're down here. Okay.
I was just being quiet because I didn't want to mess up the questions.
He did bring a single lantern, so there's light in the mausoleum, but you can't really steal that without it being super obvious.
You'll have to put it down at some point.
He puts it down to go into the back somewhere to get the holy water. It's no longer lit.
I pick up the lantern. And I'm like holding it over the open bag.
Katie,
What?
put it back.
Go get another one.
No, you cannot steal from a guy that is trying to help us.
Nope.
But
I
it's
can buy you so many lanterns when we get into town.
But this one will have a story to go with it.
All of them can have a story to go with it if you're inventive enough.
Yeah, but I don't have to make up the story.
Katie.
You see on the stained glass, St Cuthbert is looking downwards
Just
towards the
frowning at
podium
you.
where you guys are at, and it says in like a ribbon on it, like St Cuthbert is always watching, which is actually very much his dogmata.
You're literally about to steal from the god of beating people over the head for doing bad things.
So for you guys, the passive thing with him, the passive religion check.
I'm sorry, I just looked at his domains, and the first one is common sense.
Yes.
None. None.
Love it.
What if I leave something in its place?
Oh,
Like the lantern?
okay, so you know that he is very much for common sense, obey the law, be good, use common sense, and that his arch rival is the god of thievery and lechery.
He also really hates
This is like a DC 5 religion check.
I use and Vecna, right?
Oh, I think everybody
But
does.
fucking everyone does.
I think they hate each
Damn
other.
it, I actually got an 8. I actually know this is a bad idea. Damn. I slowly put the lantern back.
Okay.
Chaos Goblin.
And it is. No, that's a Kender. That's the wrong realm.
Honestly,
I'm this version.
Sekald is contemplating nudging her to actually take it when everybody else leaves, just to see the shit.
And that's when the priest comes back with the wine skin filled with holy water.
As he comes back, I whisper to Sekald, damn, couldn't you have done like an illusion and made it look like it's still there? Oh, we could have pulled this off.
Okay, I gotta ask. Out of all of your guys' outfits and stuff, who do you think would look the most like lawful good, righteous in terms of outfits?
I'm wearing my
Looks at
duster.
the paladin.
Because I'm like, there's Abby and there's Axel. But I'm like, would Abby look more like the good cleric? That would...
For what it's worth, Abby
Probably.
is lawful good.
Or,
Yeah,
or would Axel look more like just an aquatic warrior dude?
I was gonna say is like probably he's got more of that like noble primitive thing going on, but Abby's clearly rocking like the holy white robes.
Alright, then he's gonna hand Abby the holy water. I will say this is... He says, I apologize that we do not have more, but this is what I was able to find.
Anything can help.
3 uses.
Oh, 3 uses.
Hey, Mr. Priest,
That's a big bottle.
Yes.
are you like personally attached to that lantern right there?
Eddie? No.
I'm asking.
I did.
Sorry,
I
she
did
just
get it in the
collects
market a
them.
few years ago. Not really a personal attachment, no.
Would you care if I took it home?
You do not need to worry about me carrying about it. You need to worry about him.
Well, they're telling me I'm not supposed to take it without permission because that's like something you wouldn't like, but I'm asking for it.
Because you asked for it, child. And he hands you the lantern.
I hug the lantern even though it burns.
No, it's off. It's been off.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but it's still warm.
Yeah, it probably is a little warm.
And he puts a hand
I'm
on your
just-
head.
I'm just going to like I want to slide a hand him like one more silver piece. Just
You just gave him 100 gold. It's going straight to like stuff here. Like so he could get another lantern with that easy.
I know, but like on top of all of that, I just
Okay, kids, I think we're good. Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna start herding Katie specifically out of here first,
He goes back to
before
study.
she can cause more chaos.
He goes back to studying his lecture stuff. He probably goes back to that book. making them read about old heroes. See other examples to live by.
So,
This will be a good sermon next Cuthbert Day.
St Cuthbert Day. Sorry.
we know more now than we did before.
You look at Katie, and she's got like 5 lanterns. I'm joking, of course.
Oh boy.
You may not be wrong. I'm probably comparing it to the other lanterns that are in the bag.
Where is it?
I have a thought.
Oh dear.
I also have a thought. I think we should go to the Glazers and get a bunch
There
of beers.
literally is a St. Cuthbert's Day on the 4th of Growfest.
There you go.
There's also Bread Giving Day.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Is there a lamp giving day?
Religion check?
No.
Give Katie a few more levels.
No, but
Not that you know of.
I feel like we should probably go back to Saltmarsh or maybe another large town that is close by and see if we can find a glazer that has like fairly sizable mirrors.
Well,
Oh,
as you're walking out of town,
I was hearing glacier with a C and I was very confused.
No, glazer.
Yeah. Sorry, the accent still gets me sometimes.
They make windows?
No. I was thinking like, wait, have you never heard of a glacier? Big like chunks of ice that float
Oh.
on. Yeah, that.
The mountains that walk.
actually,
Sure.
Axel, you've never seen one.
You might have heard about it. It is on.
Because the seas
It's
you're
been over the
from
water.
actually aren't in cold enough
Fairly-
areas for
I was
birds.
gonna say they're fairly tropical, right? So it's
Yeah.
like that would help to explain why the mountains that walk is like a nice little mythic, but necessarily inaccurate kind of comparison.
Mhm.
That's fair. Okay, so
I like that.
as we're walking out,
need to
my
remember
thought
that one.
was, I do know this spell that I haven't used that often. That's it's called Silent Image. It lets you make an illusion of something. So I can't actually cast any light spells that would deal damage to a vampire. There is a spell that you would think would do it. That's called Daylight, but it's not real daylight. It's not sunlight. It's just bright. But I just had the interesting thought of like maybe using the lanterns to fake pulling out sunlight. But now that I think about it, I feel like it would just be more convenient to just smack him with damage.
As you're saying this and you're walking back on and towards the port, a man in plate mail and a white mustache accidentally bumps into one of you, and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and he continues walking by, as it is a busy time of day.
Does it
I'm
look like he stole anything?
I was
No.
gonna say is every time I get bumped into at a street nowadays, like I'm checking my purse. So
Katie, you are the first to notice
Hmm.
that he accidentally dropped something. On the
Um,
ground, you see a wooden cudgel. Seems almost bronze in color.
I am gonna pick it up and be like, "Hey, you dropped this. You dropped this. You dropped
Oh.
this.
It appears I did. Thank you.
What is that?"
It is cudgel. And he puts it back onto the loop. And he like gives you a wave and he continues going off. Thanks.
Welcome. It's a cudgel.
That's a club.
boy, there's a lot of that going around today.
You ever heard of a sap?
Yeah.
That's you right now. No.
I
Okay.
was saying that out of character.
Katie,
I wasn't sure if Katie meant, if
You-
Jeanette meant.
No, I know.
you feel
Thank you. Though.
you feel something weird inside Katie. You feel something warm. Like it was a good thing and nice thing that you did that.
I'm feeling.
And I'm gonna give you the charm of St. Cuthbert.
What?
At any time, you have 3 of these charges. You can cast Bless on yourself.
That's cool as shit.
I feel all tingly and warm inside.
Yeah, is it from not stealing from the church? Because that's the way it's supposed to feel, not doing that.
And on that note, as you guys get onto your boat and head back to Saltmarsh, we'll end there.
Aw,
Bye.
yay! But good for you for surviving an encounter with a lawful deity and not getting smote.
I'm so mad I don't have insight.
Axel's like just quirks one big eyebrow and just like, okay.
Why is it that Katie's always the one that gets the random buffs from random people and or gods?
That's a good
She
question.
doesn't want it.
But
I
in
thought she
but
sees
in
the red
return,
button.
Katie, you lose the octopus conjuring one. If you have any left.
Oh no. That's sad.
You can only have one
Because-
boon active at a time.
Katie in this world that we've created, Katie is that one kid that has to touch the button that says don't touch the red button.
Mhm.
And occasionally the red button gives you cool stuff. Most of the time
All
it
the
sets off a
time.
trap that tries to kill everyone.
No, something cool always happens when you
So
push the red
wait.
button.
I
Is that-
very distinctly remember you almost getting killed by a garden hedge one time.
Does
It's
that
kind of
make-
foggy. Go
Does
ahead,
that make
Sekald.
me evil for being the one that if nothing happens when she presses the button, I cast some type of spell?
Maybe.
Okay.
No, you're just making sure that I'm happy. You are bringing joy into my little world.
Joy, electricity, something.
Holes through your door that could potentially kill me. Give it your best shot. Come on.
Keeping you on your toes.
They're very, very, very quick. I
Yes,
can even
Kelly.
run up walls with them. And water. I can run across water.
That reminds me, that's actually something that I read not too long ago. If you have a party of 9th level monks, they could all be pirates without ever needing a boat.
No, because they can't stop.
Exactly.
You can only run on water when your turn ends, you have to be on solid ground or you stop running.
Real quick, the blessing of St Cuthbert will be 3 charges. But you can choose from, but you only get 1 charge for each of these spells.
Ooh.
To make this kind of okay for you losing your Conjure Octopus thing. One option is Bless. So once you do Bless, it's gone. Like, you have it. The other one is Heroism.
That's the one that gives you 1d4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Still have a charm of that.
Heroism is you imbue them with bravery until it ends. They're immune to being frightened. They gain temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting modifier. And I'll say that's charisma based.
Ooh.
And I just had it. Where was it? Compelled duel.
Ooh. Let's go visit a vampire.
Yeah, I think that's the next stop. I definitely want to get all our ducks in a row though, because I feel like this is gonna be a tough fight. And we should maybe warn the populace of Saltmarsh to stay the heck away from Crabber's Cove that day.
Actually, remove heroism. That kind of sucks for you because I don't think your charisma is super high.
It's not.
Let's go with divine favor, which is the one that gives you the D4 radiant.
Mm.
So we are not going to stop for the mirrors.
Oh, I mean, I guess we can. I don't know how effective it's gonna be.
Do you want to be fighting a vampire without the benefit of some sunlight, like actual
That's
sunlight?
true.
I sure don't.
I mean, if nothing else, you could use it to block off the door, keep him from escaping.
Sure, I mean,
I mean, a mirror in front of the door is not gonna stop him. He can't
And-
leave.
No, the
Hey,
sunlight
hey,
in front of the door.
Oh,
yeah, we're going to have to do some positioning. So maybe we stop at the hardware store too, get some hammer and nails.
Okay, Weird Al.
I just think it's one of those things where it seems like a lot of effort for he's just gonna smash it. As soon as he
If he can-
realizes what we're there, he's gonna smash them, and then,
Then he's got to get through us though.
well, yeah.
No,
You say he's not a spellcaster, so what is he gonna like throw something through the wall?
possibly, or have one of his
He-
crabs come up
I
from
can
behind.
I can punch a mirror and break it.
Sure,
Like,
you
it's gonna
can.
hurt him, but
But
then
like,
it's gonna stop.
but who says we are going to put it in the room? You just bounce the light down through the hallway. You go mirror to the front door, you go mirror to the stairs, you go mirror down the stairs, you go. Like-
Okay, we could do that, yeah.
That's why I said we stop at the Glazers, we buy a bunch of mirrors, we mount them in the hallways, it makes the sunlight in the morning, and it comes up, and they do beep, 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 and then we go in there, we fuck him up.
Has Axel been watching The Mummy?
Axel has not been watching The Mummy, but Axel has had a lot of time to think about this particular problem, and the idea of having sunlight where it does not belong has really gotten to him.
That'd be an interesting play from a far-off land. It is
I
called
mean,
The
it's
Mummy.
worth a thought.
Well, you figure like this, the subnautical races probably have to have some way of getting light down there too, where it doesn't belong.
Oh yeah, you would use the same spells. You would have heard of daylight spells and whatnot.
So, 2 quick questions.
It
if
would,
you
it would,
can, or
it
do
would
we need to
look
wait
more
until-
like my background. If you would cast daylight, it would probably look something like that.
Now I'm just wondering how the mechanics of light reflecting off mirrors works really far under the ocean.
If you have the light reflecting off of anything white, it actually bounces a hell of a lot more
It's
than it would off of anything else.
it's all about the refractions and stuff, but we can look that on our spare time. For now, we're done for the night, and we'll go to plugs. And I think I will start with Axel. Axel, what do you got going on?
Well, Quest for the Quantum Rose is still on hiatus for right now, so we're gonna dispense for that. But in terms of like airing episodes, we're still recording. I'm still waiting for my season 2 OP to come through. But other than that, I guest starred recently on Mysteries of the Silver Fleet with Blake and them over there. That was really fun. I got to bring in a craftsman, and basically the only combat that we had that episode, I was sitting locked into the midst of a mending spell while everyone else did all the work.
Oh, that is the worst.
So that was my one-shot debut. That's fun. But hopefully we'll be migrating over to Silverfleet more of a full-time basis. In addition, I also have, for the time being at least, I'm on the Retroverse vaccine campaign. So Kat, do you want to talk about that? Because that's really about all the more that I've got that's on this channel.
Oh, where would we watch Quantum Rose real quick?
You can catch episodes of Quantum Rose on my channel at YouTube at youtube.com/BlackChen. And it is also available in podcast form on castbox.fm.
Sorry for ruining your smooth transition to Cat, but
It's okay. I need the address.
So hi, I run Retroverse things. I run 2 different campaigns of it here on Scotty's channel every Friday at 7:30 EST, 7:30 p.m. Next week is gonna be a lot, cause some shit went down.
it'll be fine. No drama going on with Vaccine Crew.
None at all, none whatsoever. A lot. So yeah, go check that out. I think we're getting near sort of end game with this. I'm excited. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. For my stuff, I don't run it. I edit it though. My channel, mine and Kevin's channel, Crow and Chimera on YouTube, has all of our Vampire the Masquerade V5 5th edition episodes on there. You can go check that out. The one that's going up this Monday, the 20th at noon, will be one of the ones that was a like one of our bookend historical episodes that has a couple of guest characters, one of which is Jeanette.
Nice.
So keep an eye out for that. Should be up on Monday. Yeah, that's my stuff.
How about we go to Jeanette? What do you got going on?
Well, hey, yeah, I guess I'm gonna be in the vampire episode that's coming up soon. So that's cool. Did not know it was gonna be up, but here we are. Also,
I'm
you can-
sorry.
No, it's great. I love it. I'm all for all this. It's great. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is down below to see what's I do. On my channel, Uncanny_Adventures, here on Twitch. Tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. we should be playing, and that's Eastern time. We should be playing some more Skull and Shackles D&D 5e. Last time, the captain of the boat, the ship had gone missing while they're in dry dock getting their ship squibbed. And so the party sort of went off into the forest to find them. They found a strange underground hive of giant wasp people. They're very confused, but they did secure their captain back. Remains to be seen exactly why the wasp people took him, for what purposes. But hey, that's going on. And Tuesday night, hopefully, weeknights have been a little hard, but Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we will maybe be playing some Call of Cthulhu in the Old West, in which Scotty and Callie both play, and Vex and Vivacia. We'll see. Eventually, we'll finish that last third of that campaign some way. But yeah, hopefully on Tuesday we'll be back. I think that's everything I got going on.
Cool. Bryn, what do you got going on?
Hello, I'm Callie, Cap Callie on Twitter. Follow me there. I run a game called Unwritten every other Tuesday opposite Call of Cthulhu on Vex's channel, Fractured Moon D&D. It's about fairy tales. I make people cry, and it's fun. Anyway, the Chaos Crew every Saturday at 3 o'clock on this channel. Some special shit's gonna happen soon, and there's so I got very distracted during this.
Got some big plans. Big plans.
Big plans. And so maybe watch that in the coming weeks.
I think a wedding's coming out.
Yeah, it might be. Congratulations on your weddings.
If you thought Solaris's wedding was a hit, wait till you see this one.
Wait till you see this one.
This one will be a hoot, or should I say a caw?
The funny thing is, what we have planned, the person who's getting married has no idea.
He doesn't watch this game, so it's fine.
No. Okay. But I'm very excited, and yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Sekald, got any last things to close on?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds fair. Next game on this channel will be Wednesday for Rime of the Frostbane, which will be September 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the group's exploring this old Netherese tower that is upside down in the ice. They found some cool books and stuff. And they just met up with a wizard that has an undead companion with him. So we'll see how that goes down this Wednesday. And until we see you all again, have a good 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.